I made it to Gold Arena with 260s, 150, and one level 40. So if you're struggling, hopefully this can help you. Hello everybody, my name is BearCozy, and today we're playing some Awaken Chaos Era. This video is going to be all about Arena. And I made it to Gold 5 with this team. Now, before I hit Gold, somewhere in Silver, I had used Grand Mountain King, who was 50. I used Conor, who was 50. And I used Nathalia and Zatlux at 60. Once I hit Silver 1 or 2, I ended up taking Brand out. I put Virgil in. Now, Virgil was level 40 at the time. I'm going to try to find some pictures. I actually made a short about this, so if I can't find the pictures, I will insert a short right in here so you can see the team that I used and their stats. So let's go ahead and break this down. Virgil is actually the first to go in my team, and I use him for his ultimate, which silences all enemy targets and locks out all their skills, forcing them to use their basic abilities. Since I hit Gold 4 with my team, I did some work. I got Virgil to 50 instead of 40. I was using him at level 40. I wanted to try and see how he was because I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit to going to 50. Since hitting Gold, I believe Virgil was around 176 or 174. I'm going to try to put those stats up. I did make a short about it. I'm not sure if I actually took screenshots, but the stats are in the short. So if you haven't seen that, check that short out. It goes over my team, what levels they are, and all of their details. Since I've made the short, I've been doing some work on Virgil, trying to get him as fast as I could and trying to add some more focus so the AoE silence can actually land. So Virgil goes first in my lineup. I use him primarily for his ultimate, and you could see it's actually not upgraded. Taking a look at his glyphs, I finished off his level 2 glyphs, and then I worked on his level 3 glyphs primarily for the focus and the added speed, and that's what gave me some much needed speed. My goal was to get him over 200, and he is currently at 201. Since I made the short, I actually ended up replacing his boots. He is in a Raider set right now, and the boots are main stat speed. As you can see, they're only leveled to 9. Most of his half of his gear, only half his gear is rolled, and even at that, it's rolled to 9. The rest is just there for the Raider set to make him really fast, to go in with that ultimate and lock out the enemy team. The second champ to go in my arena team is Conor. Of course, Conor is going to come in with his buffs, and he's going to give us attack up to all our team. And as you can see, we're not even halfway through glyph level 3, so there is a lot more room to improve. The one thing that I immediately see in this glyph tier is this +6 speed, which is going to be very helpful. I only have 5 out of 10 scrolls, so I have to do some work on him. And that is probably the only thing that I will buy here. Now, going back to his info, you can see that he's only level 50. Taking a look at his info and his stats, I actually managed to get him to 160 speed. I don't remember what his speed was, somewhere around 130 or 134. So I got him a little bit faster as I noticed the enemy team was sneaking in, taking a turn, sometimes before Conor, sometimes right after, dealing a bunch of damage to my nukers. So Conor is the second to go in my arena lineup. Zatlux is the third hero to go in my arena team, or at least he used to be. As you can tell, all of his abilities have been upgraded. I've done some work, and his ultimate's actually been decreased quite a bit. Taking a look at his glyphs, I've been working very, very hard on him, primarily for this extra speed, because I had him in attack boots, and he was very, very slow. Here's what his gear looks like. I tried to put on as much 5-star gear as I could get, and you can see most of his gear is only rolled halfway up. For gear bonuses, I have him in a Rage set and a Warrior set. Taking a look at his info and his stats, he is currently at 123 speed. And as I've said, since I've hit Gold, I've noticed I'm really struggling, primarily because my gear is subpar, my champs are not all level 60, and my nukers were actually too slow. Now, more often than not, Zatlux would be able to go, but Nathalia was actually at 99 speed, and she would go last, and a lot of times she actually was not able to take her turn because she was too slow. So I've done some work off camera. Zatlux is currently at 123 speed, and I actually have him going last right now, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Let's go take a look at Nathalia, and we'll come back to Zatlux. Taking a look at Nathalia, Let's start off with her abilities. All of her abilities are maxed out, which is not very hard to do. Farm some water gems and you'll be there. Her glyphs are at level 5, which again, I focused on the speed. When I was running her, she was at 99 speed, which was very, very slow for arena. So taking a quick look at her gear, I have her in a rage set and I have her in a warrior set as well. My warrior set boots are speed boots. You want to go as fast as possible in arena without sacrificing your crit rate and your crit damage. The most important 3 stats in arena for a damage dealing hero is speed, crit rate, and crit damage. She happens to be an attack hero, so for her, attack is important. But if you're running a defense-based hero, their defense will be a lot more important than attack. So as you can see, I've actually done some farming. I got her in a couple of 6-star pieces and a couple of 5-star. Previously, she was primarily in 4-star. As you can see, my necklace. Nothing is rolled up all the way here, including the boots. And I'm actually out of materials, so I gotta farm some more. But as we continue to level, these boots will actually give us a lot more speed. Her current attack is 2,800. That did drop down. It was over 3,000. That dropped down primarily because I made her a lot faster. In the short video I made about hitting Gold 5 Arena, she was under 100 speed, which was way too slow. So she is currently running at 136. Her crit rate is 92, which is still not 100, but her crit damage is at 166. So currently, she is going 3rd in our team lineup, and the idea behind that is she can come in with her massive AoE nukes, and if she doesn't kill anybody, Zatlux is going to go right behind her. He's at 132, and hopefully the enemies will either be all dead, mostly dead, or a couple of them dead, and Zatlux can come in and clean up the ones that are still left alive. So this is my current lineup. I'm using 260s and 250s. As you can see, for spells, I am using Defense Down, which is Sundering Purgatory, and I'm actually using Water Prison for that stun, and that's helping out a lot. Before I hit gold, I really didn't care. I had Smoldering Flames, and I had Sundering Purgatory, and that worked good. Since I hit gold, I've been trying out different things, and I'm really liking the Water Prison. So this is my current team, and it typically starts like this. Virgil is going to come in with that defense down. Then he's going to come in with his ultimate ability, and he's going to hopefully silence all of them. If not all of them, we're going to get a stun on somebody. So there he goes. He does silence all of them. Conor is coming in next. We can actually go ahead and stun. And we can go ahead and put up our buffs from Conor. Nathalia hopefully will go next as we made her fast. She's going to do her massive AoE damage. Hopefully we'll get at least 1 or 2 dead, and that should seal their fate. And there we go. And Zatlux is going to come in at the end and just clean them right up. So that is how it typically goes. And there we go. I am almost in gold 4. Let's find one more challenger. Hopefully somebody with some 60s in their team. Now, apparently I got a full page of 50s, which is very, very rare for me. I've never seen that before. Getting into gold 4, I actually had lots of 60s and I was facing lots of strong teams. Gonna do this one more time. Virgil is gonna come in with that Sundering Purgatory, get that defense down since he does have focus. Then we're gonna open up with his ultimate. Hopefully we'll get some silences off. Here he goes with his ultimate. Whoever doesn't get silenced, which looks like is the unicorn girl in the back, we're going to go ahead and use the Water Prison. Stun her. So she is now stunned. Conor is going to continue. He's going to use his Berserk banner. We're going to put the buffs up for the increased attack. Then Nathalia hopefully will go. Their Conor is actually the fastest on their team, so he cut in. But since he was silenced, he couldn't use any abilities, and we forced him to use his basic. Now, Nathalia is going to go in with her ultimate, and hopefully she can do some major damage for us. There she goes, nuking it away. And you can see she actually cleaned all of them up just like that. Their team was completely locked out. They couldn't do nothing. All they could do is use their basic abilities. And there we are. We are in gold 4. Okay, let's talk about options. If you're saying to yourself, well, I don't have Virgil and I don't have Zatlux, don't panic. First of all, Nathalia is free. She's very easy to get. Download the game, log in, she'll be in your mailbox. Conor is very, very easy to get. All you have to do to get Conor is complete one of the covenants. As you can see, I've completed the covenant for Conor. All you have to do is complete 2 missions, clear Chapter 3, Stage 4, and prove yourself, which is just challenges Conor, and you get him. Now, I was lucky to pull Zatlux, and if you weren't so lucky, you can actually get him from the same place, which is Covenants. You could see that I'm working on mine now, and I'm almost there, getting very close. I have everything completed except for Arena, and I will get him. All right, going into the heroes now. If you don't have Zatlux, don't panic. Conor's free, Nathalia's free. So if you don't have Zatlux or Virgil, you got some options. Option 1 is to go with a champ like Hydricia. Hydricia actually deals damage and brings speed down. Landing speed down on your enemy team will actually force them to go slower. I'm personally using Virgil because I pulled him very early. So option 1 for me is to go in with the AoE silence. Option 2 is to go with the speed down. Option 3, here's your option 3. I recently pulled the Unicorn Girl. She looks amazing. Now you can see she's only level 40 and I'm actually not using her. And here's your option 3 is to go in with an AoE taunt. So you have 3 choices here, and it doesn't have to be the heroes that I mentioned. Use the heroes you have, look at their abilities, either go in with an AoE silence, speed down, or an AoE taunt. I would personally prefer Bruzak over Unicorn Girl, but she does look amazing. I just happen to have a preference. Let's go see if we can find Bruzak. I would personally prefer Bruzak over Unicorn Girl. He still comes in with that AoE taunt, which is amazing, locks out all of the enemy's abilities, forcing them to attack him. I love sword and board type of characters, so he would be my preference, but you do have options. I currently don't have him. I'm looking in the index, and I would happily trade some of my heroes for him. So there are your 3 options: AoE silence, speed down, or AoE taunt. There might be some more. That's all that sticks out to me right now. Hopefully this helps somebody. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up down below and maybe hit the subscribe button so you can come back for more. Thanks a lot.